Welcome to the Blazor Scheduler tutorial. In this video, I will show you how to add the Syncfusion Blazor Scheduler component to a Blazor web app using Visual Studio Code. I will also show you how to add appointments, edit the selected date, and adjust the views in the scheduler. Visual Studio Code supports the .NET command line interface and the C# dev kit for building Blazor web app. In this tutorial, I will use the C# dev kit for creating the project. Before starting, make sure you have Visual Studio Code with the latest version of the .NET SDK and the C# dev kit. Let's get started. With Visual Studio Code already launched, I open the command palette by pressing Ctrl-Shift-P. Then, I select .NET New Project to set up a new project. Next, I search for Blazor Web App Template and select it. Then, I change the project name to Blazor App. Next, I select a folder to save the project files and choose a solution format. I want to create a Blazor web app with the server render mode and the global interactivity location, so I choose Show All Template Options. Then, I make sure the server interactive mode is selected, so components communicate with the server via Signal R. Next, I will change the interactivity location. I choose the global interactivity. So, server-side interactivity is available across the entire application. When I click Create Project, the application will be created. I open the Solution Explorer and navigate to the program CS file. Here, you will notice two methods: Add Interactive Server Components, which enables interactive rendering, and Add Interactive Server Render Mode, which configures the server's rendering mode. Next, I navigate to the AppRaiser component. Here you can see the render mode is set to interactive server within the routes and head outlet components. Next, I will show you how to add the Syncfusion Blazor Scheduler component to the app. First, I open the NuGet Package Manager. Next, I search for Syncfusion Blazor Schedule and install the required version. I also install the Syncfusion Blazor themes to host the CSS references. Installation is now completed. Next, I navigate to the Imports Razor file and add the Syncfusion Blazor Schedule namespace, which allows to use the Blazor Scheduler component within the Pages folder. Next, I open the program CS file and add the Syncfusion Blazor namespace. Then, I register the Syncfusion Blazor service in the Blazor web app. I need to reference the CSS file in the application to work on the Blazor Scheduler component. So, I navigate to the AppRaiser component and include the CSS reference from the installed package. I have also included the necessary script reference here. Now everything is configured. Let me add the Syncfusion Blazor Scheduler. I open the HomeRaiser component and replace the default code with the Scheduler component. To display appointment data within the Blazor Scheduler component, I add a code block. Within the block, I define a model class named Appointment Data. Inside the class, I add appropriate fields like ID, subject, location, start time, end time, description, Ms. All Day, recurrence rule, recurrence exception, and recurrence ID. Then I set the t-value property to bind the appointment data class. This property is used to specify the type of data that will be bound to the scheduler component. To show two specific appointments in the scheduler, I will create a list of appointment data called data source and initialize it with two appointments. The first appointment is for annual meet, scheduled on April 24th, 2025, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. The second appointment is for Sports Day, which is on April 26th, also from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Then, I define the Schedule Event Settings tag and set its data source property to the appointment data list. As I plan to display a specific date in the scheduler, I define a datetime variable named currentDate and the value set to April 25th, 2025. Then, I bind this variable to the selected date property. Next, I define the Schedule Views tag to specify how appointments should be displayed. The Syncfusion Blazor Scheduler Component offers several different view types, such as day, week, workweek, month, and agenda. In this tutorial, I want to show appointments only in the week view. So, inside the Schedule Views tag, I add a Schedule View tag and set its option property to view.week. This way, the scheduler will display appointments just in the week view. Finally, I set the height to 650 pixels to maintain a consistent layout. The configuration is completed. To run the application, I select the Run and Debug icon in the activity bar and click the Run and Debug button. Next, I select the C# debugger. Visual Studio Code then opens a menu with different launch configurations, so I just pick the C# Launch Startup project with default configuration. Finally, I select the Blazor app project. The project then starts launching. Once the application is launched, the scheduler is successfully rendered with the provided appointments. Let me summarize. I showed you how to add the Blazor Scheduler component to a Blazor web app using Visual Studio Code. I also showed you how to add appointments, edit the selected date, and adjust the views in the scheduler. For more information on the scheduler features, check out the documentation link provided in the description below. If you would like to see the working code of this example, you can download it from the GitHub link. I have also provided a link where you can see if you qualify for a free community license to use all our Blazor products. If you found this video useful, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.